everybody, and welcome to another video. My midlife crisis just arrived. Yes, this is the KuKirin, I think I'm saying that correctly, G2 Max. There it is in its nice box. I've got my video ready to set it up, and I opened up this box, and what was inside was another box. So we got two boxes for the price of one. I've got to say, straight from the off, when you open this up, it's superbly packed. You have to try really hard to try and damage something from this, because it is packed so nicely, so well. And I've got rid of the outer box now. This is the main box where it is. Now, if you're one of my regular viewers that watch my reviews on these sort of things, you will know that I have a video playing in the background. It's the best way of putting these things together. If only some of these furniture stores would do the same thing, have a YouTube channel and you just follow the channel rather than their rubbish instructions. These instructions, by the way, are very good, but I still prefer to do it by the video. But I didn't even need the video for this one, because all I had to put on was the handlebars. That was it, the handlebars. As you can see, it's excellently packed, absolutely excellently packed. And there is an optional seat. Yes, you can put a seat on this, and I don't. It's optional. I don't want to put a seat on my scooter. And when I say it's optional, I mean it's optional if you want to put it on or not. What I'm trying to say is it doesn't cost any extra to have the seat. It's whether you want to put it on or not. So this is in the box. You get a spare inner tube, you get a tool there, 4 bolts, the instructions, a little pump, a storage unit thing, and the seat. And obviously you get the charger as well. That's what it looks like when you put the seat on it. It folds down as well, so it folds one way and then the handlebars fold back the other way. So it stays nice and compact if you wanted to put the seat on. I personally didn't want the seat on, I wanted to ride it like a scooter. By the way, this is my first scooter. I've never ridden a scooter before in my life. I used to be able to ride a skateboard back in the day, but that was a very long time ago. And that's pretty much what it looks like when you take it out. All you have to literally do is put them handlebars in. 4 bolts, and the 4 bolts already in there. Them 4 bolts that are on the floor there are for the seat. So the 4 bolts are in the actual handlebar place bit, and you just actually have to undo them and do them back up with the handlebars on. And as you can see, it's all lit up at night here. Apologies for the state of the living room, but if you are going to use this at night, you are going to be well lit up. That front light is very bright there, very bright. It's lit up all around, and it's got indicators on it. It's also got a brake light, which I will show you in a second. And obviously it's got indicators on the other side of the scooter, because it's no good having indicators only on one side of the scooter. So it's already got more working lights than the Fiat 500. Now, the only downside that I can see about this scooter is the British law. You're not allowed to use these on our roads. Yeah, they're mainly for private land or private roads with the owner's permission. So if you're lucky enough to have a nice big garden or some private land or anything, you could have such a laugh on one of these, because I was only out for it for about an hour today, and yeah, I started off a little bit gingerly, I've got to say, because I've never been on one before, and they are quite nippy, I can tell you. So we're going to take it out for a little bit of a test ride here, and as you can see, I'm going quite slow on it, and you can see what a 6'2", 15 stone man looks like on one of these things. I don't think it looks small or anything like that. It didn't feel small. It could hold my weight, and it could go quite fast still. I got it up to maximum at 21 miles an hour on this ground, and this ground is soaking wet, by the way. So yeah, not the best conditions to ride it on. It is though if you want to act like I did there and start getting a little bit flash and start doing all the skidding like 5 minutes after I've got on the thing. So I'm getting my confidence up, but I think I've got what should we say, I think I'm overconfident. Let's have a little look at this. Woo! Yes, and then pulls away with a wheel spin. child, absolute child, a 58-year-old child. What's the matter with me? Don't answer that one. Anyway, I went round and did a few loops and stuff like that on here, and as I said earlier, I got it up to 21 miles per hour. It will come to you in kilometers. They all come to you in kilometers, and it's quite easy to change it to miles. It's in the instructions of how to change it to miles per hour. And as we're just looking at the dashboard here, it's just the big numbers. There is obviously your speed. Over to the right hand side is your assist. It's power. You've got 1, 2 and 3. At the moment I'm in 1, but I do put it in 3 for a little while. Then you've got your battery, and then how many miles you've done. It's really simple, and that all lights up with the indicators and your headlights as well when they're on. So it's a really nice little system there, and it doesn't show up very well on my camera. I can't get a happy medium on my camera with what I'm showing you. I can either show you something like this, I can either show you the view as we're riding along, or I can show you down and see the handlebars and the dashboard, but then that's kind of not great viewing when you're just seeing that and watching the ground go by. I'm too tall to actually, I need a belly mounted camera rather than a chest mounted camera. So you can see how wet the ground is to just how much grass is sticking to everything, including my trainers there. But I've got to say, not once did I slip off that board. It's very gripping. You see my back foot there. I think for me it helps with your balance and your stability on this scooter, putting your foot on there. That stance there is how I used to ride a skateboard many years ago. I am left-footed, so my left foot will always be at the front. Maybe if you're right-footed, you'll have your right foot there, whatever feels comfortable for you. But I would recommend that you don't have your feet side by side next to each other, because you're not ready for anything if it goes wrong. If you have one foot in front of the other, you're almost in a running position anyway, so you can actually move it. So if you're stupid enough to do what I did, because I had one foot in front of the other, I'm almost in a running position. So when the scooter slid out from underneath me there, I can literally run away from it. You can't do that when you've got feet side by side with each other. That's my safety tip for the day. But then again, if you don't ride like me and try to be flash and do silly skids all over the place, you probably wouldn't need to run away from your scooter anyway. Now there will be links in the description down below with a little bit of a discount using my code. But I'm going to read you through some of the things that this bike has got as we're just going to ride down by the River Wandle here. They're 10-inch wheels with disc brakes. They're also power off brakes, i.e. a bit like in an EV car. When you take your foot off the accelerator, the car will slow down. If you've got your regen button on, they do exactly the same. You take your thumb off the thumb throttle and the scooter will slow down on its own without using the brakes. It takes a little bit of time, but it will do it on its own. It's got spring suspension, which we've just tested out up there on the grass, and that grass isn't as smooth as what it looks, believe you me. And it handled it pretty well. Did handle it pretty well. When you see me bounce down like that, that's me ducking under trees, by the way. There's nothing wrong, it's just me ducking under trees. Everyone talks about range. I'm just going to maneuver my camera a little bit so you get to see the dashboard and what I'm looking at down there. Look, yeah, but everyone talks about range, and range will vary with so many different things. How heavy you are, how much you use, how fast you want to go. If you're in mode 3, which I am now, it's going to go down quicker. Yeah, so it's an impossible one to answer about range. Now looking down there, you see my right thumb. That's the throttle right by the key, and you do need a key to start this. It will not go without the key, so you get 2 keys with it, which is kind of good because it makes it harder to steal, because these things are quite heavy. They're 31 kilos, so you know they're quite a lump. They are quite heavy, so I'd like to see someone run down the road with 31 kilos in their hands. So make sure you take your key out. It's also got a horn. I haven't used a horn, but I can testify that it does actually work. I had my grandson over the weekend who tested out the horn numerous times. Now this scooter was sent to me free of charge to do this review, and then after the review is done, the scooter's mine and I can do what I want with it. And I can also give an honest review on this. There's no restrictions in what I say or do with this, so I'm going to give an honest review on it. And I like it. I do really like it. If you've got a place where you can actually ride this thing and you've got someone else that's got one of these as well, you can have really good fun. You really could. It's just that they're not allowed on our streets, and that is the problem that I have with it. It's the only problem I have with it. You can't ride it on our roads legally. So you will have to look into where you can ride this. I know there's a few BMX parks that let e-scooters on, and I also know that there's a few mountain bike places that do let e-scooters on as well, but they are few and far between. But if you can look them up, then you could have a really good time with this. The one thing I forgot to say back there is that I've got size 12 feet. Yeah, pretty big feet. So that gives you some idea of how big the board is there. Yeah, Krusty the Clown keeps asking for his trainers back, but he's not getting them. They're quite comfortable. You can see it's dripping wet. So not probably the best weather conditions to do this in, but it's the UK. So here it is on their website. As you can see, it's been reduced quite a lot already, but you can get a little bit more off of that using my discount code down below. There's also a little bit more information for you there. 1000-watt brushless motor. Bear in mind, the e-bikes that I've been doing recently are 250 watts. So yeah, quite a big difference there, and quite nippy as well. And you can see the range and the speed and everything else there is all on that page there for you to see. And before anyone asks, no, that's not my face, obviously. That's my Mr. Bean mask. You can just make it out that that's Mr. Bean on there, I think. But I think Mr. Bean would have been a little bit more responsible in riding this scooter. So don't ride like I did and try to show off and be flash. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the KuKirin G2 Max with a bit of a lump on it. Anyway, that's it for today. I'm off. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye for now.